Hello, my name's Angelo with Freedom Mobile Living. Thanks for joining me today. Today I want to kind of bring about recap of where I'm at. I started building the Ride Local platform, which is a rideshare company here in Florida. Been here a little bit, have been building it. One of the things I did is I knew if I could bring it down to a niche situation where I can specialize in a certain area, I know I'd get better rewards for it. And what I have done is I've contacted medical facilities and I've sat down with them. I talked to them about what things they don't like about the rideshare they're using now for their patients, what they do like about it, and I find out a lot of different things. Some of it has to relate with costs. The other thing is happening to be having that personal service. They tell me a lot of the rideshare companies that they use now, their drivers don't give that personal service to the people. They don't really go out of their way to help them with the walkers, to go into the facility and see if they're done with their appointment. They literally sit there, they wait till 5 minutes, they go ahead and cancel the ride. So what I hear is they get a lot of rides that are canceled by the drivers because they don't give them that personalized service. One thing about Ride Local, when I built the platform, one of the things I wanted to be different was the service that we provide to the customer. And that way the customer isn't just a means of making money, it's a means to reaching out and touching other people by helping them in their lives, making their lives a little bit easier. A lot of these people are unfortunate. They have medical conditions, whether it be mental, whether it be physical. A lot of them have physical conditions, which doesn't enable them to move very well, doesn't enable them to bend and get into a car easily. They really struggle with it. They go every day with a lot of pain. I've seen ones that are in pain constantly. I met a gentleman today that literally, he's been a year ago. He's a roofer. A year ago, he was up there on the rooftop, and he ended up slipping and he fell and he hit on his buttocks. When he did, he broke a bone, and they had to put pins in there and some metal in there. And to this day, he says he has pain. He can't even hardly sleep because he has pain. They put him on medication, painkillers, which is narcotic. It's been a year. Now they're putting him into a pain management and try to get him to manage it. But him just sitting in the car, him just laying down, he has constant pain. I have feelings for these people. And so when I'm talking to these medical facilities, I want to bring to the plate a little bit of a service, a little bit of caring to their riders and their patients. And so they feel a little bit more comfortable that when they do call for a ride, that the driver's going to be very conducive about giving the service, not only on the ride, but helping them out, getting into the vehicle, helping them out with their walker or their cane or whatever they have. Even to the point where Ride Local drivers such as myself will take them to, after they pick them up from the doctors, a lot of times they'll have to go get medication. I'll take them to Walgreens, I'll take them to CVS, and I'll literally help them get their medication because it's hard for them to get in and out of the vehicle. So I want it to be an easy transition for them, and I want to be able to fill that gap that the other ride shares aren't doing. It's all about money. It's all about that. And when I built the Ride Local platform, I did it to offer that service to these people so we could give them a better way of life, to give them some dignity back by caring a little bit about how they get around. And even though it takes a little bit longer. Now, one thing I did when I built the Ride Local platform, if you notice, if you do any other ride share, they don't pay very much money on the minutes. So collectively, if you took all the minutes you're sitting around or helping people or doing things, it amounts to like $11.40 an hour, which is not very much money. So what I did with Ride Local is we increase the minutes, and that way if you're offering that little added service by helping people get in or going into the doctor's office, going to a medical facility and helping them out into the car, we are getting paid for it, and it all equates to what it should be. And that's really that the driver gets paid for what their time is and for the service that they're providing. But most importantly, the patient or the rider in the medical facility is getting a better service. They're getting somebody who really cares, and I really do. I care in my heart, so I can go out of my way, even though it's not always about $1 or making a buck. It's about providing a service to these people so they can get dignity back into their life, because it's got to be a humbling effect. I mean, even if I had that where I was crippled, or I had a hard time getting to one place or another by walking, or pain in the hips, or whatever it is, they lose their dignity by doing that. Yeah, I mean, prior to that, they were self-sufficient. Now they have to rely on other people. Now, if you take another rideshare company, not only do they have to rely on it, now you have a driver that's counting every penny, counting every minute, and not providing that additional service to the customer like they should do. Ride Local is a little bit different than that, and we built it based on to be different. So right now I signed a couple agreements with 2 medical facilities, and then we have a couple more that want to come on. So right now we're working to build it and having a niche by offering these services and these rides to people in a medical need. It's a really good business. It keeps me busy. Even one facility keeps me busy, and I have to reach out to other drivers to help with the rides, and that tells me that it's something that could be scaled. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to scale it. Is all we're going to do is medical? Of course not. But if we can find people that have that go to the doctors 1 time a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, those are consistent patients, but they're consistent customers, and that consistency will build our platform. I'm going to be here probably I have some medical things I got to deal with the VA on the 23rd of August. When I finish with that, I'm going to start planning on my journey to leave Florida. We'll hand it off to the drivers that we have are onboarded here and are driving. And right now we have quite a few drivers, but we have other drivers that are coming on as well. And so all these rides can solidify and make a driver busy so they can make a viable income. That's what it's all about. Also, one thing nice about it is it's also locked into a certain period of the day. So normally it's in the morning and afternoon. There's not a lot of light night stuff going on when it comes to medical, which is kind of nice. That way we don't have to be Johnny on the spot by taking drivers don't have to work nights, days, and have split shifts, and that enters fatigue in one's life. And so we can kind of solidify it, get these drivers on board, get them boarded, get them to satisfy the demand that we have in these medical facilities, and build more medical facilities and medical offices and doctor offices so we can offer this service. Because I've even reached out to some doctors' offices that they don't do it all the time, but there are times that they have a patient that needs a ride, or they have a patient that needs to get from their home to the doctor's office in order to make it to their appointment. So that's very important. A good market. It also gives me that attaboy feeling inside that I'm doing something more than just working and driving, that I'm providing a service to a much needed clientele. And I mean, it gets to a point where I have riders sit in the back of my car and tell me that, I'll give you an example. I'll pick a person up from their home. I'll take them to a doctor's office, and they'll tell me, well, after my appointment, is there any way that you can pick me up? And they're looking to lock that driver into them because of the service. They indicate that they've never ever experienced the service and the help they've had from any other company, any other rideshare company that they've used. So they're getting it with Ride Local. So that's something to think about. So from here, I'm gonna reach out. I'm going to go ahead and start hitting the road probably 3-4 weeks from now. But from now until then, I'm going to continue to build the platform. I have been very busy. It's been crazy. But I also feel very good that we're offering that needed service, that it looks like the rideshare companies are dropping the boat. So they're dropping the opportunity. They're eliminating the opportunity that they have because they're providing a service, but it's second to none. One thing I'm realizing when I watch like some of the other platforms, or I watch or I listen to some of the drivers that are with the other rideshare companies, all they do is complain. They complain all the time about their life. They complain about their rideshare company. They complain about the riders. It's all about complaining. I learned a long time it's not about complaining, it's about doing it. So if I don't change what I'm doing today, it'll never change. If I change what I'm doing today, I can change my future. And that's really what it's about. It's providing a good service to the people. It's finding a need in the marketplace that we can fill. And one of the things that I know we can fill is the service that we provide to our riders. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. That way other people can tune into it as well. I ask that you subscribe to the channel, because as you subscribe, it lets other people know about it, and then we start opening up the door a little bit where other people get an opportunity at least to see what Ride Local is all about. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next video.